Yo, what's up guys? I went to bring a video on PrizePicks. I got plays for you today for NBA Tuesday. And as you guys know, we've been very good about our plays recently. I'll show you guys the spreadsheet and everything. It's all tracked on this channel. Unlike some other channels, they do be lying to you. But anyways, go ahead, drop a like on this video. Do me a favor. And now let's move into the winnable. This is where I post free plays every single day. And you guys can get access to this. Just hit the link in the description, or hit the link that's posted up there at the top of the screen, winnable.com/bam, and you will be hopping over to the free plan right here. It's where I drop free plays. And if we can talk about how the VIP has been doing recently, I'll show you guys. What did the VIP do on Monday? I told you I'll take Spurs moneyline. I'm still confident. I put 3 units on that, cashed. Thunder minus 7.5 was our only loss of the day. The Thunder, we needed them to win by 8 or more. They won by exactly 7 points. Absolute heartbreaker. We almost had the sweep. But then Blazers, Lakers on the over, easy cash. And then Nuggets money line, I told you to put 4 units on it. And that also smacked. So a bunch of green in NBA Monday. And I'm dropping the Tuesday ticket very soon, as well as a free play for you guys as well. So sign up, winnable.com/bam. Like I said before, you can hop on the free plan. And then once you guys make some money, hop on the VIP plan too. Anyways, let's move into the first play of the day. It's going to be the taco right now. I was trying to get this video out a lot earlier, but the technology has been weird. Go ahead and take whatever taco it is. Right now for me, it's Giannis. It probably won't be that for you by the time you're watching this video. But let's talk about the first play of the day, because we're going over to the Charlotte Hornets game. As some of you guys know, I am a Hornets fan, but that is not any bias on this pick. LaMelo Ball has just been playing out of his mind recently, as well as the entire Charlotte Hornets team. He had a triple-double last game. LaMelo Ball had a triple-double. This is a guy who occasionally gets to 10 assists, but never really rebounds all that well, right? If we look at how LaMelo Ball did just last game, this was a huge game for them. They've only been in great games, honestly. I've been treated to a lot of these games as a Hornets fan. This was a close game. Oh, actually, this was not close, but this was a great game from the Hornets perspective. This was a very close game. This was also a close game until we pulled away late. But in this one, LaMelo Ball had 38 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. So he did not just sneak over that double-double, or triple-double, mark. He commanded it. 26 RA in this game, rebounds and assists. And I like him to get 15 in this one. All we need, right? LaMelo can easily pick up 8 assists or 9 assists on a good day, right? And then we need him to get 5 or 6 rebounds, right? That's very, very doable for a player like him. And I think that's just going to happen in this game. Honestly, against the Miami Heat, this is a very solid spot for him. But let's move into the next play of the day. We're going over to the rebounds. And I mean, people are going to get tired of me taking the exact same play again and again, because this is how it is in basketball. Sometimes the players play so often, right? Sometimes back-to-back, sometimes with just one day break. It feels like I'm taking the same play every time, even though it is different plays. But there's no reason for me to not. Giannis at 11.5 rebounds is atrocious, right? Why is the line this low? He's averaging 16 rebounds on the season. His lowest game, his worst game so far has been 14 rebound performance, right? And the only team they lost to was the Cavaliers by 5 points, where Giannis put, let me read this again. Giannis put up 14 rebounds in that game, 22 rebound chances, with 5 of them being offensive rebounds, and 40 points as well, not to mention the points. But his points line is pretty high at 30.5. I'm not saying he can't hit this. I'm just saying it will be a lot more difficult for him to hit that points line than hitting this rebounds line. 11.5, easy pickings for a guy like Giannis. And let's see who's the other side, right? Who's on the other side that's projected a lot of rebounds? Karl Anthony Towns is projected 11.5. I do not have any faith in Cat. He's also looking a little banged up for this game, probably going to play. I don't have any faith in Cat against a player like Giannis. Giannis is just the most dominant player out there. Josh Hart's probably going to snag a few away from Giannis too. But then OG, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, there's not really a huge challenge for Giannis in this game. It's not like they have several bigs that might actually take away from Giannis's production. And speaking of several bigs, he just played the Cavaliers, who literally run the best double big lineup in all of basketball, and he still hit with 14 rebounds. So I don't even know why I'm talking about that. Giannis is dominant. Take him on the over for rebounds. Now, let's move into play number 2, because we're going over to points plus assists. This is one that I had picked out, and I want to go all the way to the late night game, and I want to target my man on the Clippers. Or no, on the Warriors. I was scrolling past him. There he is. Jonathan Kuminga. So, the stat sheet does not look good for Kuminga, right? 19.5 PA. I like him a lot here, though, right? You can take him on PRA too. You can take him on points straight, whatever you want to do. Basically, what's happening now is Kuminga over the summer there was a lot of talk around him, right? Maybe he's not going to play for the Warriors. The Warriors are not the great fit for him, right? He's taking too many shots. He's not really meshing well into Steve Kerr's system, Steph Curry's really system, right? And the Warriors, you got to play around Steph Curry. If you want to play for the Warriors, want to wear the Warriors shirt, you've got to know how to play around Steph, right? And Kuminga just wasn't doing that for the last year, right? So that's why he got benched in the playoffs. That's why there was a lot of animosity between him and the team. Over the offseason, signed his contract now, he is ready to play, right? And he has been on fire. He's probably been one of the sneaky most improved players because a lot of people already think of him as very solid, or at least has a lot of potential. What it seemed to me, at least in these last few games, is that he's actually actualized that potential, right? He's now turning what was just, oh, this guy could be good, into actually, this guy's making the consistent right decision on the court every time he's out there, right? And that's exactly what we saw in this game with the Grizzlies, right? He went 9 for 14 shooting, and he missed both of his 3-pointers, but he's only taken 2 threes, right? He's not really trying to huck up that many threes. 4 threes. This time he took 6 threes, and he made 4 of those, right? But either way, he's not really that kind of guy, right? He's finding the gaps in the defenses, and he's profiting off of the insane off-ball system that the Warriors have. If you just watch any Warriors basketball, right, you will notice that they move off-ball, or at least they introduced it. They still now move off-ball more than almost any other team in the NBA, right? A, that's because they have Steph Curry. But B, it's because of all the other players around them know that if we get Steph Curry the ball with a foot of space, we've won, right? And that's exactly what the defense is thinking, right? The defense is closing down on them. So if you're a guy like Jonathan Kuminga last year and you're just kind of sitting in the low post trying to get yourself a ball, turn around, take a tough shot, that's not going to work, right? He has changed his attitude. He's changed the way that he plays. So he's now doing more backdoor cuts, more clever screens, and really just slipping away from the defense when they're all eyes are on Curry, right? And Curry's obviously playing in this game. His line is at 30.5. And you got Jimmy Buckets too. There's a lot for the defense to be focused on. And Kuminga, I feel like, is going to profit off of that. So I like him on points and assists because, like I said, the Warriors swing the ball around a lot. I think he could get into a lot of valuable actions. And when I think a player is going to get into a lot of valuable actions, I like to take them not just on points, but on points plus assists. Because a lot of times, you're there, just one man to beat, you're going to lob it up to the big, right? You're there, you see a guy coming backdoor, you're going to pass it to him, right? So you're getting an assist there, even though you're very involved in the play. Rebounds are a little bit of a different game, right? So PA, I like Jonathan Kuminga to get 20 in this game. But that's the second play of the day. Let's see if we got a new taco coming up. I just wanted to check it out. I don't think we do just yet, but it's okay because we've got a lot more to get through. We're going over to just straight points now, and we're going to go ahead and target I don't know why this game is tipping off at 11 p.m. If you're on the Eastern time like me, I'd probably stay away from that game because it's going to take forever to go ahead and wrap up. But we're targeting the early game now, 76ers versus Wizards. And I mean, you guys probably already know the name if you've been locked in at all to basketball. VJ Edgecombe is the name. 34 points against Boston. I think it was third highest or tied for third highest ever in an NBA debut, right? He played lights out against the Celtics. And the best part is he was playing confidently, right? It wasn't like he just went on a streak and made a bunch of threes. He went 5 of 13 from 3. He went 13 of 26 from the field, shooting exactly 50%. This is the kind of game that you really like to see from somebody who's trying to be a superstar, right? He doesn't at all hesitate about taking shots, right? And then against the Hornets, he only took 15 shots in this one, right? 26 shots, then he took 15 shots, and then he obviously didn't hit this one. But then he kind of stepped it back up, right? 17 shots now. He made 4 free throws, so he's really getting to the line. He made half of his 3-pointers, and this was against the Orlando Magic, who a lot of people call one of the better defenses in basketball. Honestly, I think they're sneakily not that great a defense this year. At least they haven't figured it out yet. A lot of people think the Magic are a good defense because they've been a good defense for the last few years. That's been their identity. Honestly, they seem very easy to score on. I'm just going to say that straight up. It's kind of a crazy take to say the Magic have a bad defense, but they're not as good as everybody thinks they are. Just because the name Orlando Magic defense has a lot of weight to it, a lot of people think, oh, they got to be a good defense. They just sound like a good defense because that's what we've been accustomed to hearing, right? Kind of like I was talking about with the Chiefs' run defense last night. Anyways, I'm getting well off topic. The Wizards are terrible, right? That was my main point here. The Wizards are absolutely garbage. They have allowed similar players. We're not just looking at the bigs, or we're really isolating it down to the position, right? So we're not going to compare VJ Edgecombe's performance to another big who played the Wizards, right? We're going to compare him to another guard who played the Wizards. Someone like a LaMelo Ball, a Colin Sexton, a Gary Trent Jr., right? And in these games, Gary Trent's line was 11.5. He popped for 17. Sexton's line was 17.5. He's coming off the bench, mind you. He's still got 20 points. And LaMelo Ball obviously starting. he was projected to get 25 points. He popped for 38 against the Washington Wizards, right? So the Wizards, not that great of a defense, and VJ Edgecombe is probably going to cut them up in this one. And the best part is, I like that Embiid is playing. A lot of people don't like that Embiid is playing because he's not scoring all that much, right? As you guys can see, he had 20 points against the Hornets, but a lot of that, if you watch that game, you know those 20 points were not really all that, right? They wasn't really scaring us. He had 4 points against the Boston Celtics. He shot the ball, where is that? He shot the ball 9 times, went 1 of 9, right? But what I really like about Embiid playing for this team is the space that it opens up for Maxey and Edgecombe. And a lot of times we talk about spacing as in someone who is sitting out there in the corner or really just moving around the perimeter, and they're going to space out the defense because of their 3-point threat, right? Embiid is completely different. He doesn't really shoot threes very well, as we know, but he spaces out the defense with just his pure gravity. Imagine like Steph Curry, right? The defense is always looking at Steph Curry. His gravity takes quite a few players with him, right? Embiid is kind of like that for the inside, right? When Embiid is playing very well and you just give him a one-on-one matchup in space, he's going to do well, right? He's going to score, right? So that's exactly what Embiid does, is he drags defenders a little bit closer to the paint, closer than they want to be, and then Maxey and Edgecombe can absolutely pop off. And that's what we've been seeing, right? Maxey has been on fire. 40 points, 28 points, and then 43 points against the good defense of the Orlando Magic, right? So, anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked. My play is Edgecombe. I wouldn't mind you taking Maxey either. I wouldn't mind that at all. Let me see if I can turn this off. Okay, now let's move into the next one because we're going over to the rebounds one more time. We are staying far away from this game. We're staying far away from that team. Excuse me. We're staying in this game. Alex Sarr. I'm not going to try to say that name. Alexandre Sarr. We call him Sarr, right? Alex Sarr in this one. He played a lights out first half against the Hornets. And then he just kind of disappeared, honestly. But he had 16 rebound chances, which means he's really getting in the right opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities for him to get. He only had 4 rebounds. This time he had 17 rebound chances and he had 9 rebounds, right? So it's all about seeing the potential rebounds versus the actuality of the rebounds, right? He is getting a lot of rebound chances. 18, 17, 16 rebound chances. His line being at 6.5 is way too low. We need to get 7 rebounds in this game. That could happen in the first 3 quarters. I don't want to say the first half. In the first 3 quarters, he could get that, right? And the guy who he's going up against for rebounds is Embiid, who's projected 6 rebounds. Edgecombe is projected 5 rebounds. Like, it's not at all like the 76ers are the best rebounding team out there, right? There's quite a few rebounds that could be left on the board for Alex Sarr to come pick them up. Now, if you want to take Alex Sarr on the points, I would not hate that as well because he looked insane against Charlotte Hornets, like I just said. He made 9 out of 15 field goals. That's probably not sustainable to make that many. And he also made a 3 in this game. So I would not at all hate it if you take him on points and rebounds. This looks like a solid play. He's hitting every single game. But me personally, I'm just going to target the low line. I think the value is where his rebounds are. 6.5 is too low, and I think it's dropped precisely because of this dud game against a team that really he shouldn't be struggling that much against in the Charlotte Hornets. But we're sticking with rebounds now, and we're going over to Domantas Sabonis. I've missed this, man. He's an absolute lock on the rebounds. I mean, like, let's just look at this. I mean, just look at these stats, guys. This is him from last year. He hit it in 60% of games, 18 of 30 games that I got pulled up here. Let me see if I can pull up as many as I can. Okay, 59% of games. Like, literally, he's just so consistent, right? And if you can take a play that's 59% time is going to hit, that's a very solid play. He's averaging 13.9 rebounds last season. I don't want to go 2 seasons ago, but if you want to go 2 seasons ago, you can. He's averaging 13.6 rebounds then, right? So basically, in his career, he's been on fire, right? He's averaging a ridiculous amount of rebounds. Let's see what he's at. Can I pull up his whole career stats? 13.7. So basically, what we expected for the last few years. And now he got 14 rebounds against the Lakers, 29 rebound chances against the Jazz, only 12 rebounds. 25 rebound chances against the Lakers, and he barely squeaks over this line. We need him to get, I would say, around 20 rebound chances, 25 rebound chances maybe, for him to get over this line at exactly 13 rebounds or higher. That's a very solid play, right? So Domantas Sabonis, let's just recap real quick. We got Domantas Sabonis. We got, okay, there goes all my plays. We got LaMelo Ball. We got VJ Edgecombe. We got Alex Sarr. We got, there's definitely one that I'm missing. Jonathan Kuminga. So yeah, those are all my plays for NBA Tuesday. Let's have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the free group, winnable.com/bam. I'll see you in there.